Law master, let me tell you something right now. We are not here to live average lives. We are not born to play small, shrink in fear, or walk the path of mediocrity. We are born to rise. We are born to dominate. We are born to master. But you cannot master anything, not your craft, not your body, not your life, until you understand and obey the law of the master. The law of the master isn't written in books. It isn't taught in school. It isn't handed to you when you graduate, because mastery isn't something you receive, it's something you earn. The law of the master is simple, but it's ruthless. It demands one thing above all everything. Everything you are, everything you have, everything you've been, and everything you're becoming. The law of the master says this: you do not rise to your goals, you fall to your standards. And if your standards are weak, if they're flexible, if they're soft, then I don't care how big your dreams are, they'll never breathe. Because dreams are free, but mastery has a price. It will cost you your comfort, it will cost you your ego, it will cost you your excuses, and if you're not willing to pay that price, someone else will. And don't live the life you were supposed to have. Listen to me, mastery is not talent. It's not some divine gift. It's not a lucky break or a magical moment. Mastery is a decision. It's a choice. It's showing up when it's hard. It's repeating when it's boring. It's getting up after you've been knocked out again and again and again. The master is not the one who wins. The master is the one who refuses to quit. You want to be great. You want to be legendary. Then fall in love with the grind. Fall in love with the silence. Fall in love with the reps nobody sees. Because that's where the real transformation happens, not when the lights are on, bud. When nobody's watching, the law of the master says discipline is your power, repetition is your weapon, focus is your superpower. Let me ask you something. How bad do you want it? Do you want it enough to wake up at 5 a.m. when nobody's watching? Do you want it enough to say no to comfort and yes to growth? Do you want it enough to bleed for it, break for it, fight for it? Because if you don't, someone else will. Someone else out there is outworking you, outdisciplining you, outlearning you, not because they're better, but because they're obeying the law of the master. And the law doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care if you're tired or busy or broken or scared. It only responds to one thing: effort. Day in, day out. No negotiation, no compromise, no quit. See, everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. Everybody wants to master life, but they don't want to be mastered by the process. But you can't have one without the other. You must submit to the discipline to rise into your destiny. That's the paradox. That's the fire. That's the law. You want freedom, discipline is the door. You want power, consistency is the key. You want legacy, then master your minutes, your mindset, your mission. Because life doesn't respond to intention, life responds to execution. And the master executes no matter what. Let me leave you with this. When the world doubts you, let them. When the obstacles come, face them. When you fall, rise harder. Because the law of the master doesn't promise comfort, it promises transcendence. You will become more. You will do more. You will rise beyond what anyone believed was possible, even you. But only if you live by the law. So decide today, not tomorrow, not someday. Right now. Will you be a prisoner of potential or a master of destiny? The choice is yours. Now go make it happen. So let's get something clear. Mastery isn't about talent, luck, or being born special. That's a myth. One of the greatest lies we've been told is that some people are just gifted, like the gods reached down and handed them a golden key to greatness while the rest of us were left with scraps. But the truth, mastery is not a gift. It's a decision. It's a commitment. A vow, a line you draw on the sand that says, I'm in, all in, and no matter what it takes. You don't stumble into excellence. You don't trip over greatness. You build it. Brick by brick, rep by rep, day by day. And the bricks, they're made of discipline, consistency, and sacrifice. Discipline isn't sexy. It's not fun. It's waking up early when your body says, sleep. It's saying no to what's easy. So you can say yes to what's necessary. The master doesn't act when it's convenient. They act because it's required. They don't ask, do I feel like it? They declare, this is who I am. Discipline is the refusal to negotiate with weakness. It's the power to show up regardless of how you feel. Without discipline, your dreams remain just that, dreams. One great day doesn't make a master. One burst of inspiration doesn't lead to legacy. It's what you do repeatedly that shapes your reality. The world crowns those who keep showing up. You want to be a master? Then be consistent in your craft, whether anyone's watching or not. You can't just show up when you're motivated. You must show up because you're committed. The truth is, most people quit too soon. They want results in weeks for work that takes years. But the master understands the process is the reward. There's no mastery without loss, no growth without pain, no elevation without shedding. The old version of you. You'll lose friends who don't share your vision. You'll sacrifice comfort, ease, and sometimes even your ego. You'll be misunderstood, judged, ignored, but in the silence and the loneliness and the resistance, you'll sharpen, you'll rise, you'll evolve. The path of the master is narrow, but it leads to power. You give up who you were to become who you're meant to be. Most people chase the trophy, the title, the applause, but those are fleeting. They come and prowess, go. The master, they fall in love with the reps, the hours, the learning, the failures, because they understand this law. If you commit to the process, the results will take care of themselves. So no, mastery is not a gift, it's a daily decision, a declaration of identity, a lifestyle. You don't become a master by wanting it. You become a master by choosing it again and again, especially when it hurts, because in the end, it's not talent that separates the good from the great. It's the one who never quit, never compromised, and never settled. Make the decision, live the process, become the master, powerful and full of certainty. If this lit a fire in you, if you felt that shift, don't just sit there. Take action, smash that like button, hit subscribe. Because this isn't just a channel, this is a movement. And every time you show up here, you're choosing growth, power, and purpose. So, make the decision, join the tribe. Let's go to the next level together.